Yeah, welcome back to the 213Samadhi. Now, as always, I will do the prayer on behalf of us. Let's sit upright, place our palm together, and concentrate on the prayer below. We take refuge with our mental body. We take refuge with Shakyamuni Buddha. We take refuge with all the triple jewels of the 10 directions and the 3 periods of time. Verse from near future. That surpass profound and wonderful Dhamma in hundreds of millions of years is difficult to encounter without seeing, hearing, receive, and behold it, and without to fathom the exact true meaning, and without to practice the exact true way, and without to attain the exact true state. Without that, we can spontaneously express the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's ability and Buddha's state through our actions, speech, and thoughts. We also vow that all living beings can enter into the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's ability and Buddha's state all into us. So that's the prayer. And yesterday, we've learned 2 sentences, right? Let's listen to the text and listen to the video.
Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the book of Thoth, and has been cast out of the garden. The book of Thoth parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the book of Thoth, and has been cast out of the garden. The book of Thoth parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the book of Thoth, and has been cast out of the garden.
Yeah, now let's go ahead with the review first. Okay, Daisy, would you like to try? Yeah.
Yes.
The twice, I think. Yeah, because you're
Okay.
the first time. The twice and then try to recite it.
Okay, thank you. The book of Thoth parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, or already opened the book of Thoth, and has been cast out of the garden.
Once again.
The book of Thoth parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the book of Thoth, and has been cast out of the garden.
Perfect. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, it's your time. Should try to recite it. Okay.
Okay. The book of Thoth parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruits Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, have already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the book of Thoth, and has been cast out of the garden now, and has been cast out of the garden.
Yeah, once again.
Okay. The book of Thoth parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruits Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the book of thoughts, and has been cast out of the garden.
Yeah, perfect. Exactly. Yes, thank you so much, Jason. You are so great. Yeah, good at recitation. Thank you. And it's your time, Alice. Would you like to try? Read them first and then try to recite it.
Okay, yeah. The book of thoughts parallels. Yeah. The book of thoughts parallels the trees of knowledge of good and evil. Good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the book of thoughts, and has been cast out of the garden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Recite it, please. Yeah.
Okay. The book of thoughts parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the book of thoughts, and has been cast out of the garden.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, thank you so much. It's your time, Yang and Jing. I'm not sure you played yesterday, no? Yes. Read them first.
Okay. The book of thoughts parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, who followed Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, had already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the book of thoughts, and had been cast out of the garden.
Yes, exactly. So, would you like to recite it? Recite them?
Okay. The book of thoughts parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, had already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the book of thoughts, and has been cast out of the garden.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, congrats. Yeah, you did it. Now, next time is Joy. Next one is Joy. Your floor now.
Yes, okay. The book of thoughts parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, had already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the book of thoughts, and had been cast out of the garden.
Yes, recite it.
Okay. The book of thoughts. The book of thoughts parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. The humanity, of course, has already eaten. What did it has already eaten. Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the book of thoughts, and had been cast out of the has already cast out of the has been already cut out of the garden.
Wow, genius. Yeah, you did it. Yeah, although there is something disturbing you, but you can handle it. Yeah, amazing you are. Yeah, you're so familiar with this. Yeah, thank you so much. It's your time, Elva. Would you like to read them?
Yeah.
Like to recite them? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. The Book of Souls. Perilous, the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the book of souls, and has been cast out of, and has been cast out of the garden.
Yes.
Yeah.
Recite it, please.
Okay. The Book of Souls. Perilous, the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, has already eaten humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit. Already opened the book of souls, and has been cast out of garden.
Genius. Yeah, you did it as well. Thank you so much. I will recite it. I'll read it first. The Book of Souls parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were attempted to eat. Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the Book of Souls, and has been cast out of the garden. Okay, I will recite it. The Book of Souls parallels the Book of Knowledge. The Book of Souls parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, already eaten the forbidden. Of course, humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the Book of Souls, and has been cast out of the garden. Yes, so that's it. Yeah, thank you so much for your time. Now let's go ahead with another paragraph, because this actually are within one paragraph, because there are too many words. I separated into two slides. Now let's go ahead with another sentence. Listen to it. Listen to the whole slide carefully, and then go back to the sentence 175. Okay.
The Book of Thoth parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the Book of Thoth, and has been cast out of the garden. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial. The serpent is a metaphor. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm. Today, the serpent is living as you. It is the egoic mind expressed as the manifested world. We have never before had access to so much knowledge. We've gone deep into the material world even finding the so-called God particle. But we've never been more limited, more ignorant of who we are and how to live, and we do not understand the mechanism by which we create suffering. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm.
If the serpent is a metaphor, we know metaphor before. Let's check it again. What is it? I've deleted. Yeah, metaphor. Metaphor, a word or phrase used to describe something else in a way that is different from its normal use. In order to show that the two things have the similar qualities, in order to show, why we use metaphor. In order to show that the two things have the similar qualities and to make the description more powerful. To make the description more powerful. For example, she has a heart of stone. Heart of stone? Yeah, the heart is really, really not so soft, not so mild, solid, right? And the use of such words and phrases in that way. So the metaphor here, the serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral. So we've seen there is a serpent in the video. Maybe some later, later we'll look at it, we'll watch it, okay. That extends from the microcosm to the microcosm to the macrocosm. Because the primordial spiral has the function. Actually, even they extend from nothing, from emptiness, and then to enlarge to microcosm and then macrocosm. So that's the serpent. And also from inner side, the serpent, you can see today the serpent is living as you. It is the egoic mind expressed as the manifested world. So egoic mind, sometimes mind cannot be seen, cannot be touched, and cannot be manifested, but it can extend from the microcosm to the macrocosm, because you can make something come true, especially the evil ones. So that's it. And we have never before had access to so much knowledge. Especially because of the internet. We can access so many knowledge from the internet, and even the whole world show their knowledge and their cultures and even everything, including daily life. Okay. So that's it. We have go deep into the material world, even found the so-called God particle. God particle, we learned yesterday. You see. So what does a particle mean? A very small piece of matter, such as a photon, electron, or a proton, that is part of an atom. So this is, we check it, photon. These are the particles, and today we can use the monolith particle to describe God particle, like 超弦. But we have never had been more limited. We have never been more limited because of them, because we are obstacled by what we've seen and what we've known. So we become so limited. No, more ignorant, sorry, ignorant we know. 它是一个愚痴的意思。Yeah, a kind of affliction, right? More ignorant of who we are and how to live. Yeah, become more ignorant. Yeah, let's double check. Ignorant, what does it mean? Lack knowledge or information about something. Not educated. Ignorant. So why in the sentence, yeah, in the text, why did we say why we are ignorant? Because yeah, we didn't know, we even don't know who we are and how to live, and we do not understand the mechanism. Okay, mechanism, it means a method, a system for achieving something. Didn't understand the mechanism by which we create suffering. So we didn't understand why we are suffering a lot. And what's the causes of the suffering? Yeah, in that way. So that's the whole the general meaning of it. Yeah, especially metaphor, primordial, spiral, a microcosm, and macrocosm. Now let's read the sentence first and the new words first, and then go back to the sentence structure. Yeah, this one. Macro. Yeah, this one. Yeah, metaphor. From metaphor. Daisy, would you like to read them first from metaphor?
Yes. Metaphor. Primordial. Spiral. Microcosm. Macrocosm.
Yes, exactly. You did it so well. Yeah, you did it so well. Thank you. And it's your time, Alice. You please follow it up.
Okay. Cast out. Metaphor. Metaphor. Primordial. Primordial.
Yeah.
Primordial.
Perfect.
Spiral.
Exactly.
Microcosm. Yeah. Microcosm.
Cousin should be go down. Cousin.
Yeah, cosm. Microcosm.
Yeah.
Macrocosm. Yeah. Macrocosm.
Yes, exactly. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. It's your time, Jing.
Okay. Cast out. Metaphor. Primordial.
Yeah, perfect. You did it so well. Yeah, so fluently. Once again.
Spiral. Microcosm.
Yeah, this
microcosm.
We can take
microcosm.
it in the dictionary. Yeah, we can take it at some time. Oh. Okay, I will do it. First one, macrocosm. Microcosm. Microcosm. This is the vowel of a long vowel to made of
I.
microcosm, make up of two syllable. So and the next one is macrocosm. Macrocosm is very short.
Macrocosm. Macrocosm. Macrocosm.
Macrocosm.
Macrocosm.
Yeah, it's very short and very very fine.
Microcosm. Microcosm.
Yeah, it's better. And especially the shape of your mouth, it should be not so flat. 不要太平了，是瘪平的。So this one is microcosm. You can this one macrocosm.
Microcosm. Microcosm.
Yes. And you can such as apple.
Apple.
Yeah, apple.
Microcosm.
Yes, exactly.
Microcosm.
You can feel it now. Yeah, thank you so much. It's your time. Thank you. It's your time, Joy.
Okay. Custod. Metaphor. Primordial. Sparrow. Macrocosm.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the letter is different, right? We can see it is I and the other is A. I microcosm and the other is macrocosm. Yeah, in that way. Thank you. And it's your time, Eva.
Yeah, thank you. Cast out. Metaphor. Primordial. Spiral. Macrocosm.
Exactly. Yeah, thank you so much. Now let's go back to the context.
Today, the serpent is living as you. It is the egoic mind expressed as the manifested world. It is opened the book of Thoth and has been cast out of the garden. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macro. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macro. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macro.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Daisy, would you like to analyze the sentence for us?
Yeah, thank you. Okay, this is a complex sentence. The main clause is the serpent is a metaphor.
Yeah.
The serpent is the subject, is the predicate. A metaphor is the predictive. For the primordial spiral, is a preposition phrase. I think it works as the adjective part to further explain metaphor. Then there is a relative clause led by that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm. And this is tip close to further explain the primordial spiral.
Yes. Extend from. Yeah, exactly. I think so. Yeah, from the video, we also can see that, yeah, the primordial spiral, yeah, it extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm. Thank you so much, yeah, Daisy.
Thank
I
you.
agree with you. Yeah.
The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm.
Microcosm to the macrocosm. Ma is very short, yeah, to keep the sound short and sharp and fast. Microcosm to the macrocosm in this way. Okay, now let's shadow it.
The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm.
Yes, you please. Daisy first, lead us to shadow it.
Yeah, thank you so much. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm.
Wow, exactly. Thank you. Prepare to recite it. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Next one is Alice. Your time now.
Okay, yeah.
The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm.
Yes, please.
Okay. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral, primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm.
Oh, exactly. You did it. Yeah, in the detail. Thank you. Your time, yeah, Jim, I will play it for you.
The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm.
Yes, please.
The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm.
Wow. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, thank you. Next one is Joy. Listen to it carefully. Okay, first.
The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm.
You please, Joy.
Okay. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from microcosm to the macrocosm.
Exactly. Thank you. Your time is Elva.
The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm.
Please.
Yeah, thank you. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm.
Yes, recite it, please. Yeah, okay, thank you so much. We can recite now. Daisy, you first, please.
Okay. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to macrocosm.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Daisy. Yeah, your time, Alice.
Okay, yeah. The serpent is a metaphor for the for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm.
Exactly. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Your time, Jim.
Okay. The serpent is the metaphor for the primordial spiral that it extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm.
Exactly.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Joy, your time, please.
Okay. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm to the macrocosm.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Macrocosm. Yeah, that's it. Your time, Elva. Hello,
Yeah.
Elva. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extend from the microcosm to the macrocosm.
Exactly. Yeah, well done. Happy ending. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, everybody, for your time. See you tomorrow.